In our first video with Zoe, we showcased how you can use simple posing and simple lighting techniques to start to build a portfolio with variety. And in this part 2, we're going to use a ladder and a frame to take that portfolio to the next level. If you haven't watched part 1, jump over there and have a look at that first. And then come back and join us here as we go into part 2 of creating a portfolio with your photography. The next thing we can do to affect the portfolio is changing the position of ourselves as a photographer within the shoot in terms of our perspective and where we're taking the photographs from. The thing I'm going to do for this, as I look around desperately trying to find the thing that I'm looking for, the first studio I worked with had a ladder twice the size of this, and I climbed it within my first month of shooting there. I thought it was a good idea to climb the ladder and get something from up high, and I dropped a camera from the top of the ladder. Yeah, as an apprentice. I'm still working, so more things went right in my career than went wrong. And when things go wrong, they're just processes of learning, aren't they? They're tools for learning. That's what we do. So we're going to come up the ladder and come up a little bit higher to give us a slightly different perspective. I'm going to be careful not to come in front of my fill light, because if I do come in front of my fill light, it's going to change the lighting slightly. But I'm just going to come up nice and high here. We're going to have a look at Zoe through the lens here, and she's just going to change her pose. There we go. And we're on a really good wide angle. Off camera looks, if we can, that's good. And change the pose, change the pose, change the pose. Perfect. And by changing that perspective, we give ourselves a completely different set of images, but still with the same lighting, still looking consistent across the whole portfolio. We're going to change this perspective again by coming nice and low. So instead of being up high, we're going to go down super low. We're going to go a little bit wider to get full length again, and we're going to make a real thing of these shoes by changing the leg and the foot position, pulling that out there for me if we can. That's great. One more, looking off camera. 3, 2, 1, and one more. There. And now we have low images that really make a thing of those red slippers, those red shoes, that really give us something different, again, to add to the portfolio, to add to the variety of that. Another thing we can change is we can change Zoe's position. Largely, Zoe has been straight on throughout this whole photo shoot. The way that we're going to get her to turn is to the right as we look at it this way. And that's because our key light, our main light, is up here, and we want good light across the face. So if we are going to turn and direct our models to turn, we want them to turn towards where our key light is. So Zoe's now turned this way. I'm going to come back in here, and we're going to try and take, by looking towards me, nice pose in there, making something of those slippers, nice and simple. Maybe bring the other hand into the hair, something like that, creating shape. I'm going to take one full length portrait there. By zooming in, I'm going to get my headshot. Perfect. And then one more from nice down low. Really kick that foot up there for me if we can. Go. Kick the foot up. There. Perfect. And by changing our position, we now have a different perspective, and we've changed that focal length within that to give us different shots. 4 or 5 different shots there in less than 20 seconds. The last thing we can do to elevate this even further is we can start to bring in props, do something different. The simplest thing that we can do is we can just bring in a stool and get Zoe just to perch on the edge of the stool there for me. She's still in the same position. Just see how she looks. Give us a little cross of the feet there for me if we can. Cross on the legs, maybe just across there, something like that. That's good, perfect. Maybe do something like this. Lean in towards that front knee if we can. That's it, that's perfect. Now we're in the right position. So we've just moved our main light down just to match, just because she's a little bit lower, but we're just going to get something here that hopefully shows off the ruby slippers. But by giving Zoe something to sit on, there we go. Perfect. Bring the hands up into the face, and we can take a wide angle shot, and we can even go close in there just with one simple zoom, just to give us 2 completely different looks to that shot. There. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to add a prop now that draws the viewer's eye towards a point of interest in the photograph. There's loads of different ways that you as a photographer can draw your viewer's eye to the thing that you want them to see, to the message that you're trying to convey. In this instance, it's all about the ruby slippers, and we really want to elevate those. So we're gonna add in this really simple prop idea. We've got an old frame that's got a little nail in it that just took a chunk out of my finger, so just do be careful.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, lovely, that's cool. Yeah, health and safety. And so it's just gonna hold it there against the floor. Oh, that's great, perfect. So immediately there, come in nice and close, you can see that. Immediately there, we've done something that draws the viewer's eye to the thing that we want them to see. They were already elevated anyway, because they're the only red thing in the photograph. But this just emphasizes and hammers that home, and it's a really simple technique that we can use. Other hand on the elbow, and bring that elbow like that for me. Just a very simple pose there from Zoe. We're gonna come down nice and low, because we know we can feel the frame in from here, and 3, 2, 1, go. Perfect. Maybe bring that hand onto the edge there for me like that. That's perfect, that's good. And now looking off towards camera there for me, and getting her to look away from camera adds a little bit of an air of mystery to this photograph. Now we've posed those perfectly within the frame. 3, 2, 1, and go. Looking towards me there for me. Perfect. This hand here, can we just, is it almost possible to do that? Yeah, just very gently, that's it. Yeah, you got it, hold that there. 3, 2, 1. And now with this hand, can you just twiddle with the ponytail? These little attention to details. Turn your head right away from me now for me. 3, 2, 1, and now looking back down towards me. 3, 2, 1, that's it. 3, beautiful, there. And we've just got something that's just a little bit different. Now, you're gonna step out of it, and one foot is gonna come back into the frame. That's it, if we can, that's perfect. Good. Hold the dress with that other hand now for me, and looking straight down towards me. 3, 2, can you lift that back leg up off the floor? There, and now it's in the frame perfectly, looking up and off camera. And now looking back down towards me, kick that leg back just a little bit. There it is, 3, 2, 1, go. Beautiful. Oh, there we go. And now you've really showcased that red slipper within the frame. Nice shape and form throughout. Lots of triangles working within that, good color combination, good color harmony, and a simple lighting setup that we didn't have to think too hard about, because we set it up right at the start and we knew it was going to give us even light throughout. When we get to that idea, we want to work with attention to detail. So looking at the placement of hands throughout the image, looking at the way the fingers are holding, looking at what Zoe is holding on to create shape and form, and lines throughout the picture that's going to draw our eye from one element to the next. And because we warmed her up early with simple shots, with simple poses and simple expressions, and we've worked on our relationship so that we trust each other in this process, we're going to get good natural reactions, and we're going to be able to create something really simple. There's nothing scary about this. This is just a simple 2-light setup with a dynamic use of color, simple use of posing, and just one single idea where all of these elements have come together to elevate that idea to a whole new level. Zoe.
James.
You don't have to be honest.
Oh.
How would you describe this experience today in, should we say 5 words?
5?
Yeah, go on.
Simple.
If you've enjoyed this video, you can say nice things about it. You can subscribe, you can like, you can share it with your friends, share it in your photography groups. You can say nice, kind things about Zoe if you like. If you want to elevate your photography and you're struggling with it and you want some guidance, I can give you some help through my website, nofussmust.com. You can download your free posing guide there. All you need to do is just go on there, download that for free. I'll give you 100 different posing ideas. And you can download our courses for 1 light, 2 light, and 3 lighting workshops to elevate your strobe, flash, or artificial lighting photography, however you want to view it. Sign up to our newsletter for our in-person seminars. Thank you very much for watching. Follow the yellow brick road. And as ever, all the very best.